I'm a real estate agent.
Dude, I've had to cringe this whole video. This is gonna be insane. But I'd probably get looser pants. Those are really tight on me. I don't know. Yo, what's up? My name's Tristan. I'm a real estate agent. I sold 16 deals in my first 16 months working as a real estate agent. And the first 8 months, I was actually working from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. 5 days a week at a completely different job. So I built my entire business completely part-time. By the end of this video, you're gonna be so much better at door knocking than I was in my first 6 to 12 months of door knocking. No one was coaching me. I had no clue what I was doing. I just sound like an idiot. My first ever listing that I got through door knocking was recorded by a Ring doorbell. So that's what we're gonna watch. And it is making me cringe. My questions suck, the way I sounded sucked, my approach sucked, everything about this absolutely sucked, and you're about to see in a second. And I still close her because she's motivated. So the overarching theme of this video is you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So I was door knocking very consistently and cold calling very consistently, and I got so many no's. I mean, so many. And eventually somebody was so motivated that even though I lacked the skills to close them, I still closed them. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So crazy story, before I get, I swear about to see the video in a second. So I go knocking. I hit about, I don't know, 25, 30 doors. I only had an hour to knock, and then I was done. And then I had just finished a book called Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blunt. And the theme of the book is just one more call. Obviously I'm door knocking, so it's not one more call. So I just knocked one more door. I was literally leaving, knocked one more door, and I say, hey, are you looking to, whatever? And they said, no, I'm not, but that house up the street, they're gonna be moving. They've already moved out. Like, you've got to go knock that one. So I said, holy crap. And then I walk around, and that's where I'm at right now. So you're about to see me literally from the start at my worst sale ever, and I still got the listing. Let's check it out. I'm literally gonna watch it just as y'all are gonna watch it. All right, so immediately pause. So one, I guess I had already knocked before, and so that's why I was awkwardly standing there. So I go for the second knock, and the knock was that's it. Now, how I do it is I try to be a little bit upbeat. I try to play a little bit of a beat on the door. And I've noticed more people answer whenever I play a playful tune to when I don't. Or some people answer the door and they're like, oh, I thought you were my friend, rather than, please open up, because that's what it sounds like. Also, I'd probably get looser pants. Those are really tight on me. Golly, I waited 20 seconds. Okay, also worth noting, I would not wait this long unless someone had told me, hey, this person is for sure moving.
Hello? I don't know how to talk to you. Hello?
Hello?
Can we help you?
Hey, I'm persistent. Yeah, hey.
What cut off was, I'm a persistent guy, aren't I? I don't know. Dude, I've had to cringe this whole video. This is gonna be insane.
I'm a real estate agent, so I have a buyer. They're looking to get into this neighborhood. If you got the right offer, would you consider
We
selling?
are going to be selling.
I was like, oh, no way. I had no clue. But I can't notice my face has a change. I just have to be like, oh, I didn't know. That's crazy. But I also don't want to say I didn't know because I'd be lying. So I just kept a straight face.
They're moving out of that house right now, matter of fact.
Oh, never mind. I actually picked up my head and I was like,
Oh, okay, so you're not in the, okay, gotcha. When do you expect to be selling?
Probably in the next few weeks.
Okay, do you already have an agent for that?
I have an agent that I bought my new home from.
Okay, so right there, instantly, smoke screen. I already have an agent. You already know what they're gonna say. There's only 6, 7 objections that somebody may have. One of them is, I already have an agent. So you already need to know what you're gonna say if they do say that. So what I would use here actually is just move past it, just completely ignore it. Yeah, totally get it. So the first objection you get is really just a smoke screen, just ignore it. Oh, you already have an agent, cool. But you don't even say it. So she said, you already have an agent? Awesome. Have you thought about selling, blah, blah, blah. And the point is if they bring it up again, then you're gonna be like, yeah, I totally get it. You already have a real estate agent, blah, blah, blah. So now you acknowledge it.
Well, before you use him, well, you're not home. I was gonna say I could at least do a walkthrough of the home and see if it's something they're interested in. A deal breaker is formal dining room though.
It's technically a formal dining room, yes.
Oh yeah, so I should mention. So I asked about the formal dining room because I was looking for anything to say. I was racking my brain. Just get her off the agent commission. Just completely sidestep it. Yep, totally get it. A deal breaker is a formal dining room, which was true, but there was no point in saying that except to just get her not talking about agent.
Okay. And what were you trying to sell at? Do you know?
I'm not really sure yet.
Let me get I'll pull some comps for you. Where do you live at now? I can just drop them off.
Well, how about I just give you my email address? Because, yeah, I'm not
Sounds
close
good
to
to
this
me.
area anymore.
Okay, so she gave me like 2 different obstacles to overcome. One, she didn't know what she wanted to ask. So obviously she has not met with this real estate agent yet. And that real estate agent would have told her how much her house is worth, and she didn't really know. And then the second one is, I don't live near here, so it's inconvenient for me. It's inconvenient for me to meet you. And so the reason it's inconvenient for me to meet her is because she doesn't know why it's important for me to meet with her, which would be to save on the commission, if need be. But you'll find out later she still wants to meet with me because, and I didn't know this then, she still wanted to meet with me because she actually wanted to interview me. Like, she didn't say it, that's not how she said it. She wanted me to assert myself in this position. She did not like this agent. Like, she wanted to go with me. She wanted literally anyone else. And then I would not be pulling comps. Like, I would not be like, oh, let me send you some comps. Again, I'm just gonna take some photos and videos with your formal permission for my buyers to see if it even makes sense. And then when I show up in person and then I'm walking through the whole house, taking photos and videos, I'm gonna ask them a lot of small talk questions. I'm gonna go through LP Mama, location, price, where are you trying to go? Oh, they already have a house, it's in Maysville. Like, I would've went through all this different stuff. Well, why are you trying to sell? When do you need to sell by? Have you already met with your agent? If I can make you the absolute most money on your house, despite you having another agent in mind, is there any reason you wouldn't wanna hear me out? Like, I would hit her with a real hook. And so that's what I would do. There's no point to talk about comps. Like, this conversation's almost over. Like, she's that motivated, she's gonna be moving. I could literally just have ended the conversation and said, okay, cool, I would love to do this because I can save you on commission. And she's like, oh, makes sense. When can I meet you?
Awesome, and what's your phone number?
It's, no, you're not going to give my number out to nobody, right?
No, no.
It's
Okay, so when someone says, like, you're not gonna give my phone number out to anyone, I would probably hit them back with a joke, depending on how they said it. I actually don't mind my response where I was like, no, ha 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 ha. But it still doesn't give them 100% confidence. What I probably would have done that time is like, no, I'm not like Facebook or Amazon, I don't sell information.
how many bedrooms are there for?
4-3 or more, it doesn't really matter. They just need 4.
Okay, well, it's technically a 3-bedroom with a large bonus room that we set up as a 4th bedroom.
Yeah, and there's a basement, so I mean they have plenty of space.
Oh yeah, no, there's
They
basement down there.
3 bedrooms, 1 for an office. So
here's a quick lesson. You see how like convicted I am? I'm obviously not lying. It's because I legitimately have a buyer. They have told me exactly what they're looking for. This whole neighborhood was made by the same developer. They made very similar floor plans. I know this neighborhood has what they're looking for. So I went door knocking for my buyer, but I knew in the back of my head, I'm really gonna end up getting a listing if, you know, God willing. So when she's asking questions, I'm like, yes, because sometimes, you know, I'm sure people teach you like, oh, just go door knocking. And they're like, what are they looking for? You know, like, oh, anything. Okay, what location? Anywhere. You know, what price? Anything. You know, like, then you sound like they already don't trust you. So like me, I'm answering these questions with pure conviction. Like, you know, they're looking for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath minimum, but an extra bedroom would be awesome for the grandson, blah, 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 whatever I was saying.
what were you gonna, do you know what you were gonna list for, or even have an idea of what you need?
I don't know. I know it's going to be in the 400 somewhere. 3 years ago.
Okay, so at this point, I'm talking just to talk, honestly. Like, I know that she's okay with talking about her house. I don't know how to build a rapport through a Ring doorbell camera. I don't think I've ever done that up to this point. And so I'm literally asking any question just to build rapport. I'm not gonna go home, tell my buyer about this house and say, you wouldn't believe it, it's a 3-year-old roof. Like, I'm not gonna say that. It's a 4-year-old water heater. So I'm probably just asking these questions just to feel like I'm building rapport. And so she feels like I'm a little bit more legitimate, because I am legitimate, but just so she feels that way. Again, this conversation is over. Okay, so think about this. This conversation is over at like minute 2. If I would just would have asked like, hey, I would just with your formal permission, I'd like to take some photos and videos of the inside and send it to my buyer. And the off chance that they like it, which, you know, there's a chance that they really don't, just to be completely fair. But if they do, I can save you on the commission. And they're like, oh, it makes sense to at least meet with them. Then I'm done at minute 2:30. And then this video goes on for another 4 minutes, so up to 6 minutes. And then at the end of the video, you'll see that I actually end up getting on the phone with her to talk more about the house, because it was hard to hear through that Ring camera. So that same 4 minutes could have been spent on another 2, 3, 5, 10 doors. And of those 10 doors, then I probably statistically would have picked up 1 more lead. And that one more lead would have been looking to buy or sell in the next like 2-3 years, right? So like there's so many different things that to learn and take away from this, because if I was done sooner, I'd be knocking more doors. And there's no point in talking about any of this stuff, because guess what? I'm gonna talk about the same stuff in person anyways. So I'm just talking to talk. And she was already sold. Like, please come by, sell my house.
Okay. When will you be back in this area for me to at least have a tour of it?
There we go. There we go. Took long enough.
Let's see. We could do that tomorrow.
What time?
Probably about 1:30.
That is perfect. That is perfect.
She could have said any time, and that would have been perfect. She could have said 3 in the morning. I'm there. That's perfect. I'll see you.
All right, I'll see you here tomorrow at 1:30. They live in Adairsville, so they can't just come on a whim like I can. So I at least preview for them, and then if I really think it's a good fit for them, I'll reach out.
Okay, sounds good. Now, what was your name?
This is where it gets hard to hear, and then I think I just call her. But the door pitch sucked. The door pitch was very flat. I feel like I had a very monotone voice. Obviously, it's through a Ring camera, so it's not the exact same, but that's how I sounded. I did not build a rapport. I asked very direct questions. I was straight to the point. There was no like mirroring and matching their personality type. So then I came by, next day they weren't interested in the house, and then I pitched them on exactly what I was gonna do to sell their house, and then they signed the listing agreement, and then we sold their house in like 2 weeks. Like, we were closed within like a month and a half from me door knocking them. So it was really cool. Okay, so this is like all the different concepts we just put into one. The first one, obviously, can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So even if you suck, and it's a holiday, New Year's Eve at like 3:30 or whatever the timestamp says at the bottom of the Ring camera, even if you suck, if you hit enough doors consistently over time, somebody's gonna be ready to sign with you, just by chance. I mean, it's just literally just a numbers game. And by the way, so many different real estate agents had told me that, and I never believed them until this listing. And I said, everything was out the window. I was like, I get it. Like, it's just a numbers game. I sucked. I had no skills, but I hit doors consistently all the time and calls all the time. And boom, I got one. And I said, got it. Like, I can get better at converting. I can get better at closing the deal. But realistically, if I just hit enough doors, eventually somebody's gonna be like, yeah, please list my property. Like, I don't like my agent. And I was like, cool, there I am. So the plan then is to find at least, I mean, bare minimum, 1 hour a day that you can prospect, either cold calling or door knocking, and just do it every single day. And I promise, somebody will be ready for you. So think about this. Here's another last like seed I want to plant in your brain. How do I say this best? It is selfish of you to sit at your house and not offer your service, because she was so grateful that I was able to list her house and not the other person. I'm telling you, one of my favorite clients, and it would have been very selfish of me to never have come to her door. Think about that. I'm just gonna leave you with that. So you're just sitting there on your couch because you're scared of an uncomfortable conversation. Meanwhile, somebody is praying that you come knock on their door to help them out because they don't like their alternatives. They need you, and you're being selfish by just sitting there. Anyways, that's it. I hope you got something from this. If you really liked the video, leave a like. If you hated the video, leave a dislike. And every single Thursday, I host a call. It's called Sales Dawgs, from 10:30 to 11:30 every Thursday, Eastern Standard Time. Broker agnostic. You don't have to be in a certain brokerage. You don't have to be on a certain team. Like, literally the only requirements are you have to have a real estate license and you have to be willing to learn. Some people come in and they say nothing. Some people come in and talk the whole time. And I freaking love those people. The people that are like, hey, I have this question. I went door knocking and they said this. I don't know what to say. Can we role play this? Last call that we had this last week, one person talked for the whole hour, and there was several other people in the meeting that just didn't want to say anything, and that's okay. That person showed up, that person learned, that person's gonna go knock on doors and make money and help these other people. Like, think about that. So yeah, you're welcome to come anytime, every Thursday. No Thursdays, one Thursday, 10 Thursdays. I don't really care, just show up. Hopefully you find a lot of value from it. I'll leave that link in the description down below. And my name's Tristan, I'm out.